Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sebastian. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a pretty interesting show for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, today we got a pretty interesting show here. Now, as y'all know, Shannon Sharpe has like a love-hate relationship with the Memphis Grizzlies, and I think the feelings are mutual, right? Shannon Sharpe has been one of the few people out there in media that has been vocally critical of some of the antics the Memphis Grizzlies constantly seem to be performing throughout a regular NBA season. The Grizzlies are always doing something, and you got to sit back and scratch your head like, yo, bro, why are you doing this, right? Now, it also seems like Ja Morant and these guys, even before they had that altercation in LA at the Lakers game, were aware of it because Ja had released a commercial, not a commercial, a video on his YouTube page. And this is something we covered, by the way, where he was kind of taking us behind the scenes for his new shoot. And you could hear Shannon Sharpe's voice playing in the background. And then the screen goes black and it goes, what is it? Tune out the noise or ignore the noise or something like that, which is ironic because apparently you're hearing the noise for you to put that in the video. But anyway, they did that. And, you know, they've kind of had their back and forth throughout the whatever it is. But then there was a particular point in the NBA season where the Memphis Grizzlies, and I believe it was Ja Morant and them, were talking all this trash about, like, I'm fine in the West and all of that stuff. And they brought this to the attention of Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless on Undisputed. And that day, when it was time for Shannon Sharpe to react to the comments of Ja Morant and the rest of the team, and especially how they trash talk the Golden State Warriors and all of that, he did not hold back at all. But before we get into his comments, this video is brought to you by our sponsor Aura, who's also the official sponsor of the T-Wolves. Do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is today? It's identity theft. Imagine trying to log into your email only to see that your password has been changed. Then you start getting weird notifications from your bank and credit cards only to find out that all of your personal and sensitive information has been totally compromised. If you think it can happen to you and your family, just know that in 2020, over 49 million Americans were victims to identity theft, costing them a combined $56 billion. That is why we are excited to partner with Aura, who's the sponsor of this video. Aura is the #1 identity theft and financial fraud protection. Aura monitors the dark web and alerts you if any of your passwords and accounts have been breached. And funny enough, after using Aura, I discovered some of my credentials were floating around in the dark web, and the app showed me exactly when and where the breach happened. In addition, Aura allows you to set spending alerts, and they'll notify you of any suspicious transactions. Aura is 4 times faster than any of its competitors in alerting you if someone is trying to open a credit card or obtain a loan using your name. And remember this, every 14 seconds, someone becomes a victim of identity fraud. Don't let it happen to you. Now click the link in the description and try Aura for free for 2 weeks and see if any of you or your family's personal information has been compromised. Start your free trial at aura.com/dreamerspro. And when you try Aura, by using the link in the description below, also know that you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do is we want to play exactly what Shannon Sharpe had to say, because I thought it was hilarious. And then we're going to come back and react to what he had to say back then. Take a listen to that.
Memphis fears. Shannon, how embarrassed should Ja be about those comments now?
They should be very embarrassed because they do all that talking and don't do a whole lot of winning. Like I said, if Steph Curry had said this, I ain't got no problem with it. Yeah. That man's a 4-time champion, a league MVP, a finals MVP, and one of the greatest players I've ever played. If he wants to say, hey, bro, I'm good. We great. We peachy out here in the West. I'm good with that.
Yep.
What has the Grizzlies won? Don't give me this. What's he supposed to say? He's supposed to be respectful of everybody in the Western Conference, considering he hadn't won anything. They keep talking about a dynasty. A dynasty, and what banners have you hung? What have I seen up there? Well, I mean, I don't see it. The Warriors can say, we are a dynasty. Mm-hmm. We won 4 championships in 6 years. That's a dynasty. Yeah. Or if you want to say the Celtics or the Lakers, and when they were Magic in the 80s, that was a dynasty. Yeah. You ain't no damn dynasty because you made the playoffs. Mm. And they keep talking about, oh, we this, we that, oh, we got... I'm like Draymond. Draymond says, I think the word rivalry is thrown around too loosely these days. A rivalry is the Lakers Celtics. A rivalry is us Cavs. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We're competing. That's a rivalry. What's the rivalry between the Grizzlies and the Warriors? One team got 4 championships in 6 years. Yeah. The other team said, we did knock y'all out the playoff, the play-in tournament. What is that? Nothing. So all this, oh, we this, we that, until y'all advance until y'all get some banners, Ain't nobody taking y'all serious. They just like some young dudes just over there chirping.
That is true. They did give the Warriors all they wanted last year in that 6-game playoff round.
But you can't, Skip. You can't lose to them without Steph and without Wiggins last night by 14.
I agree. I'm not going to make too much of last night because the starters for the Memphis Grizzlies shot 4 of 25 from 3, while in total, Golden State made 18 of 44. They just got shot out of the gym from 3 without the greatest three-point shooter.
Exactly.
Okay. And I also want to make the point, this is almost inexplicable it is inexplicable. You realize the Warriors have the best home record in the NBA and the worst road record.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard. Have you ever heard of that? Because I've never heard of that before.
Well, that's why they 16-8.
Okay. There you go. I used to love Ja. He is losing me this year. I was bullish on the Grizz last year. If you recall, I was riding that band. I was driving the bandwagon. They are losing me because swagger, to your point, is one thing, but just empty boasting and chest beating is quite another. I like their swagger, but you got to tie it to some basketball character. You can't go over the delusional edge into thinking you're something that you haven't earned yet because you haven't earned a thing yet.
Nope.
And Ja doesn't seem to realize that because he seems to be a little bit of a victim of social media. And they launched a sneaker last night.
Yeah, nice looking sneaker.
Okay, fine. I give you all the above.
So you heard what Shannon Sharpe had to say. Here are my thoughts on all of this. I think Shannon Sharpe was 100% on the money. I think Shannon Sharpe right now is looking like a prophet. He's looking very, very prophetic. The Memphis Grizzlies just got embarrassed yesterday. They just got embarrassed. They got slapped in that game, and they got blown out by 40 points. 40 points for a team that talked all that trash throughout the regular season. All that trash. For you to go into a game six, by the way, I believe Desmond Bain said he believed that they were going to take that series back to Memphis, and get blown out by 40 points over Dylan Brooks, trash talking LeBron, and he was up there looking like a brick mason. Just basically throwing bricks, busting windows open, car windows with all those bricks he was throwing them. Dylan Brooks shot 24% from the 3. Some people say, well, LeBron shot lower than that. Yeah, but LeBron won. LeBron won. He gets to move on to round 2 and improve on what he did. He can make up for that. But these dudes lost. They lost after talking all that trash. And the irony is, even at the end of the game, when the reporter asked John Morant about his comments about I'm finding the way, he's like, yeah, I said. I'm like, yo, bro, why did you even say that? Why did you even say that to begin with? Why? This is what Shannon Sharpe was talking about. What exactly has this team accomplished to feel like they can talk like this? I don't understand. Listen, here's the difference between confidence and delusion. A confident person talks trash because they know they've done a particular thing before. That's called confidence. It's not bragging if you've done it already. A delusional person brags about doing something that they have never done before in the past. That's called delusion. That's called delusion. And it seems like a lot of people had that confused. Confidence and delusion. Those guys were delusional. They were delusional. Thinking that, we can talk. They haven't accomplished a damn thing. What have they accomplished of significance? What has this team accomplished? For them to be talking like this, talking this spicy. It's crazy to me. Crazy. Like before I close, there was a video online I saw years ago. And wasn't it? P. Diddy was somewhere, and it was at night, and this guy was like some dude I think wanted to be a rapper, whatever it is. And the guy goes, yeah, Diddy, what is it? You're going, Diddy, check out my music, or check out my music. He's like, all right. And then he goes, look me in my eye. And Diddy looked at him like, I ain't got to look in your eye, look you in your eyes. Like, who is you? And he was like, be on the lookout. He's like, all right, be on the lookout. I'm coming. My music is coming. He was like, okay, that's good for you. Keep that in your heart. I don't even know who that dude is today. Why would you talk trash to somebody so accomplished when you've done nothing? You look like an idiot. So for Dylan Brooks and these guys to be talking trash, yeah, I don't care who he is. I don't care who he is. Now look at you. I think the Memphis Grizzlies are the official sideshow of the NBA. They're a sideshow because they have accomplished nothing and they talk so much trash. If LeBron or Kawhi or Kevin Durant, these guys that have actually won, Stephen Curry talked as much trash as they did, people would be roasting them. And they're champions. So imagine these dudes. To me, it is absolutely ridiculous. And I think Shannon Sharpe was 100% on the money about this team.